you honestly cannot see me because it's like uber dark. There. So this would be like day 3. And pretty much today, I'll just turn it on. Pretty much today was one of those days where, my feelings got the best of me. And so, my insecurities kind of like got the best of me. So basically, I was out and about and I was just really just chilling. But I couldn't help but think, like, when you think on a certain situation and you think about all the possible outcomes and it just continues to point towards your insecurities, that's how I was feeling. And normally I go to social media, but I'm not trying to step away from doing that. So this is embarrassing because people are walking by. So pretty much I went home and had like some quiet time. And I pretty much just told God how I was really feeling, in which I was open and honest about how I was feeling, which, to kind of not like put nobody's business out there, including mine. Pretty much I had another failed talking stage, and this one was really emotionally invested on both ends, but it was really emotionally invested on my end. And pretty much I just came to the conclusion that I just needed to let it go, like let the emotional attachment go. And I just pretty much asked God to heal, the wound, of the hurt of knowing that I had to let it go, and the wound of the damage that was done, and the wound of feeling like, the other person's gonna move on, and it's kind of fucked up how the other person is moving on, but I have to accept it and just kind of like allow God to heal as I accept and let it go. And of course I got a bit emotional. I've been crying a lot, doing a lot of releasing, but pretty much I realized that it's time for me to start affirming myself, and it's time for me to really start walking. It's like, now that I've recognized, what I need to work on, because I'm not working on myself so that I can know how to date. That's not the point. I just think God is really like allowing me to step into the next phase of my life, and I think certain parts of me just can't go. And I think the lack of confidence and just past hurts from all the failed talking stages that I've been through, it can't go with your girl. And so pretty much these past few days have been a lot for me. They've been a lot for your girl. I've been doing a lot of releasing and crying. It's actually felt really good. And pretty much I just was that a car? Okay. Pretty much anyway. So I just feel like it's just time for me to affirm myself, and it's time for me to really walk into what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I just pretty much feel like, as I was walking around, I've been driving around. It's kind of my thing. I've been driving around. I've just been telling myself, like, it's time for you to affirm yourself, Chauncey. Like, it's time for you to affirm that, you are confident, you are secure, you're a good person, you are forgiven. So, anything that's happened in the past is happened in the past. And you have to walk in that. And you walk in that by letting go of situations that are not healthy for you. Letting go of situations that are not, fitting where you're going. And understanding that, not all situations have to end bad. It doesn't have to be traumatic. If you have a failed talking stage where your boundaries weren't respected and you had to walk away, it doesn't mean you need to bash the other person. That goes for men and women. It doesn't mean you need to bash the other person. It doesn't mean you need to walk around with this grudge. It just means it didn't work out. You just move on. And it's health. That's so healthy. There's so much health in that. And another thing is that, you know, in all things, in friendships, and then dating and whoever, even with family members, you have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries. You have got to be able to be confident and secure in your energy and what you want around and what you don't want around. Some of that, I think you have to have your, you know, the things that for sure, like, you just don't want. But in order to do that, you have to accept yourself and know yourself. But I think that in all things, you really do need to make sure that you're, you know, knowing what you deserve in your boundaries. So, yep, that's pretty much it.